every quarter they release their financial results. And the
Oh, nice.
importance of that is, of course, they're going to release how much money did they make. And we know what Upwork's fees are. We know what their fee structure is. So we have a really good idea of how many people are hiring people on Upwork.
Walk us through then, like, obviously, I can only imagine. So, being that when we spoke last, this was kind of like you were telling me these stories a year ago, and then we have a lockdown. So now more and more people start basically outsourcing to different people that are not at locations anymore, right? So, like, the outsourcing and the work from home industry has exploded, over the last year. And I can only imagine that Upwork has probably also, because there's a lot of people that are out of work, learning new skill sets like everyone of us in here, and then going and using those skill sets, not only for like lead gen like we do, but for SEO or for photography. I mean, whatever your skill is, right? But there's a pond of people raising their hands saying, I'm looking to buy the skills you sell. And then you just got to be good at your proposals. Obviously, I think after everyone listening to you, like, you may be introverted, but you're a great storyteller. And and I imagine your proposals and the things that you've put together have that flair. And copy, as we all know, I think everyone got that copy training that Brad put together for Christmas. I gave out to everyone. Copy's everything. And copy is expressing to someone and making you unique. And I think so many people, they don't slow down to learn basic grammar, understanding how it works. By the way, I'm the worst at it. I'm learning in my second year, or my second grader. I'm going through his books with him and learning the Latin words and relearning language because of how it was actually taught totally incorrect to us, right? So I'm learning a ton about it, but you really start to appreciate. I can't stand attorneys except for my wife, but other one I hate. But I look at a legal brief now, and I can see why every word is so specific and every word was chosen with intention. And that if you took the same sort of meticulous nature, like I'm sure you do based on your personality, that same meticulous nature into your copywriting, into your proposals, right? Brad likes to be a little bit behind the scenes these days. So, but many of you guys have probably read his copy or seen his emails and some of the funny stuff that's posted. It's a game changer because it's black and white words, but it's giving it all this character and it's giving it all this feeling. So what sort of stuff have you seen in this last year? What sort of innovations, I guess, have you brought to the table?
Yeah, so there's so much there. So the most exciting thing about Upwork, that's a lie. It's not the most exciting thing about Upwork. One very cool thing about Upwork is that Upwork is a public company, okay? Why that's so cool? I mean, again, I'm a bit of a data analytics geek and all of that. Upwork is a public company. So what that means is every quarter they release their financial results. And the importance of that is, of course, they're going to release how much money did they make? And we know what Upwork's fees are. We know what their fee structure is. So we have a really good idea of how many people are hiring people on Upwork because they're public. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So we know that March and April of 2020 were down for Upwork. So the second quarter is April, May, June. So and April of 2020 was way, way down for Upwork. And we know that because they announced it, blah, blah, blah. So there's 2 more months in the second quarter. And the second quarter of 2020, Upwork did 28% more business than they did in the second quarter of 2019. And that's with one of those 3 months being way down. I mean, Upwork is growing so freaking fast right now.
Exponential growth right now.
Yeah. And I mean, there's so many stories about how all of these businesses that, don't have like they've been forced to move away from in-person offices. Well, if I'm not going to have an in-person office, do I really want to have a full-time employee, or do I just want to use, someone who's really good at what they do, but that's all they do. They just do it for a variety of different companies.